America's mass deportation campaign, it is not only an immigration story, it is an economic story. And the number that is being discussed, they are a lot. According to the Economic Policy Institute's study cited in the resources, the Trump administration is spending about $2,358 for each immigrant it deports, while total deportation cost can reach $268.9 billion. That immediately raises a lot of serious questions. What could America do with $268 billion if it is spent somewhere else? Well, the Economic Policy Institute argues that the same amount could provide food assistance to an additional 118 million people for 2.5 years, expand Medicaid coverage to about 12 million people, or provide low-cost public housing to approximately 9.7 million families. Now, those are projections from an economic policy organizations, and they do represent an argument about how public money could ultimately be used now. But they highlight the scale of spending debate. According to an expert, many Americans do not realize how much money is being spent on mass deportation. Well, his argument is that America already faces a major domestic challenge, and not just a. There are many: food insecurity, housing shortage, overcrowded schools, and gaps in healthcare. And that government spending should be evaluated against these needs. But the US government is thinking very differently. According to their spokesperson, the administration says it is saving taxpayers' money by encouraging undocumented immigrants to self-remove. Individuals who register through CBP Home app can receive assistance, including a flight and $2,600 stipend. US has claimed that self-removal cost about $5,100. While the average cost of arresting and deporting an individual, it can reach approximately $18,000. That means, according to the administration's calculation, encouraging somebody to leave voluntarily, it can save up to $13,000 per person. So, there are two competing arguments. One side says mass deportation is expensive and diverts resources from domestic need. The other says that enforcing immigration law and encouraging voluntary departure, it can ultimately reduce long-term cost. But then comes the bigger economic question. What happens to the economy when millions of immigrant workers disappear from the workplace? But according to sources, the mass deportation has not produced the promised benefits in terms of jobs, inflation, or income. America's Voice, a pro-immigration advocacy group, argues that removing large numbers of immigrant workers has contributed to higher costs for groceries, housing, and healthcare, and it is hurting local businesses. They also say that immigrants make up about 40% of workers in housing, healthcare sectors, and that mass deportation pressurizes them to leave the country. According to May 2025 report, immigration enforcement reduced spending in affected metro areas by 6.2%, while foot traffic declined by 2.7%. The reported business loss was estimated $8.1 billion, while the reduction in consumer spending was estimated $14 billion. And yes, there are other consequences too. When immigration enforcement increases, fewer people may enter the country, while more people may leave. That can create labor shortage, and labor shortage can increase wages in some sectors, but they can also increase prices for consumers if businesses pass the higher labor cost on to the consumers. This is particularly important for industries such as construction, agriculture, hospitality, healthcare, and small businesses. The material also points to the impact on Gujaratis running small and large businesses in America, by the way, saying that some businesses have reportedly seen activity fall by 20 to 30%, while the cost of retaining employees has increased. So the question is not as simple as that. Are deportations good or bad? The real question is, what does America gain from them? What does America lose? And who ultimately pays the bill? There is a national security argument on this. There are legal arguments and there are immigration arguments. But there is also economic argument. And when the numbers reach hundreds of billions of dollars, the economic argument becomes impossible to ignore. Because ultimately, government policy is paid by the taxpayers, and the impact of immigration policy is felt by workers, businesses, landlords, consumers, and families. So, America is now conducting one of the biggest immigration enforcement campaign in its modern history. The question is whether economic return will justify the financial and social cost or not.